second question is about we partner with the event management agency, but actually we did arrange events. So what is our business really doing? For this question, we are referring because I am doing a job in a PR agency. For PR agency, due to their clients' need, maybe if they need to product launch, they need some African jump performance, and then they need the talent. So in some cases, we are not going to compete with the PR agency to get the product launch project, while we provide talent for their product launch. So the partnership is referring such cooperations. And for our event, because we just do the True Colors Massage as a signature event, so it will not cause any direct competitions with our business partner. And lastly, we did mention the tailor-made event is because in previous slide we mentioned educational and personal level we can offer tailor-made package. Like for the school, nowadays we mentioned liberal art studies, and we mentioned globalization. If the school has a funding, actually we can help them to organize a global village party to help students to experience the unique experience of the global community. So maybe the plan doesn't really go in detail, so I hope I can answer your questions.
Let me get on to your major source of income, the talent management. A few questions just to clarify what you have in mind. Do you expect these artists to have a full-time job of their own? Or is it going to be a job that is related to their talent? Now, if so, why would they need you, since they are already in the field? If they do not have a job, their livelihood will be dependent on your ability to get them some work. How confident are you on that? The more I look at it, the more it's like it's not talent management, it's agency business. Because talent management means that you groom someone, you heavily invest in the potential artists, and you have, by nature, a low success rate. But I can see no investment here. Help us understand more on talent management. And by the way, I like the color, the way you dress. That's not by coincidence, huh? That's design. Yeah? True colors. Thank you.
Just give us 1 minute. Actually, before we came up with this idea, we actually done a lot of research, and happens to us that we happen to know someone, like a woman who is actually from Nepal. She wanted to organize an event management agency in Hong Kong, but after trying for 3 years, she failed because somehow, like, her identity couldn't be recognized by the local society. And to us, that's actually an opportunity somehow, because we have the connection to help her get into, to have the contact with the local community, first of all. Second of all, I feel like for those who, well, we did some research and community visit, and it happens to us that majority of the ethnic minority people, they actually have a very, to me, it's like amazing talents. But somehow they don't know how to use it, or they don't have the opportunity. So as Julia just mentioned before, that for each category, we will have one signature performer. For example, like a professional dance performer, and she's gonna be the leading star of this category. And she's gonna brand our business in this area. And so in this way, she creates a very big influence in the market, which she also can bring another talents to the market. And
And I also mentioned before that, for example, for the category of dance, where actually you could already identify like a qualified dance trainer who will be a volunteer, who actually offer to train our talents, so to really groom them and so they can become more professional with their skills. That will also go for the other categories as well. So for that, we will actually work together with volunteers.
I just want to add some point, because for different project of kind, it really depends on kindness. Like for the school project, actually the school didn't really need a professional, really extremely professional dancer, but maybe they only need skill, at least an Indian dance, they know that the EM people, at least they can showcase the talent in their traditional dancing. So in such project, maybe they didn't need such skill talent, and our talent management agency, actually the lecturer, did secure that the EM people actually can dance such traditional performance.
Sorry, I've got something to add as well. First of all, for the talent, it's flexible for them in the beginning to be whether be a part-time, freelance, or full-time talent, because the demand also depends on our clients, because what we have identified in our research is that there are many organizations actually organizing professional skills training courses for the ethnic minorities and even the government, but there is not much focus on the individual job matching section. So that's why we feel like we are just right to fill this gap, that we can help them to match their job, like with the connection that we have with the corporate side. And actually, throughout our research or interviews, we got really, really good feedback. I'm not just saying it, but there are many of them have that show their interest to cooperating with us. And also in our expansion, because this is how we're gonna start with, but in the future we're hoping to provide trainings for our talents, as you mean like to invest in our talents, that when we're running we can see more of in which area, maybe group dancing of which category is like significantly in greater demand. We would like to match or provide trainings for these talents, and we're also hoping that they can, through doing like being our employee or like being our talents, they can like grow their skills, like equip themselves so that they can be more professional as well.
I think you have an interesting idea, and I believe if given time, you can actually work out very good plans. But obviously, I think I guess you have a lot of information behind you. But in your proof, in your written paper, in your presentation, you did not really show these were here, the evidence of this. For example, when we want to improve the image, I think image is an important issue of the ethnic minorities. The image is that they, not just they're low income, but they are not well educated. The products that they have traditionally, most of them handicrafts, things like those, are not at a very low economic value. So it may be very good if you have a model to professionalize their products. In fact, I can see that there are a lot more projects in Southeast Asian countries which sell ethnic minorities designs and productions. They become increasingly modernized and professional, and therefore they are much more marketable. I would believe that if you work along this line, you would work out something more from now on.